Good morning, class. My name is Oliver Wieheog. I am a 27-year veteran of the middle school classroom, and you are listening to episode 15 of Middle School Madness, a podcast about teaching and things that are interesting to teachers. If you would like to send in a question or a comment, you can do that to wieheog@gmail.com. Now, for years, I have sat in opening day speeches from speakers meant to motivate us, the audience. Well, an audience of teachers and support staff. And all the speakers, well, they've kind of been the same. They share their story, and that we should be motivated by what the speaker has overcome. Instead of being motivated by the incredible stories that I have heard, by the incredible obstacles that each speaker has overcome, and they really were impressive and over the top stories, I always left the auditorium kind of like scratching my head, thinking what these speakers have done is so incredible that it's just not me. That their message really never resonated with me because I kept thinking what they did was just fantastic. And I'm just a teacher. I don't really do over-the-top fantastic things. I don't have huge obstacles. I don't overcome incredible odds or great conflicts. But it got me thinking, what I really wanted to hear on opening day was someone who could relate to the audience through their experience and their insights and their wisdom of being in education. I wanted to hear a speech from the heart. A speech that is motivational because it is based on the collective experience of being an educator, which is something that everyone in the audience can relate to. And so I went out and I hired that speaker under a very simple thing. I said to myself, create the speech you want to hear. So I basically went and hired myself, and I wrote a speech that would go to all teachers across all of America that hopefully will speak directly to everybody in the audience. And now I would like to present to you the motivational speech that I wrote. I hope you guys enjoy it.
I would like to introduce our guest speaker for today. Oliver Wieheog comes to us from the Ryan Gloyer Middle School in Seneca Valley. He is a 27-year veteran of the middle school classroom, where he has taught TV and film production. In addition to his role as teacher, he has also helped out his local union on the state level with communications and by being the vice president on the secondary campus, as well as the chief negotiator. Outside of school, he runs a YouTube channel and, like everybody else, he has his own podcast called Middle School Madness. Please give a warm welcome to Oliver Wieheog.
Raise your hand if you are a first-year teacher. Ah, yes, you're a pirate, and you're my favorite kind. All right, put your hands down. Now, raise your hand if you have taught between 2 and 25 years. Yes, there you are. You guys are veteran pirates. Now, put those hands down. Now raise your hand if you have taught more than 25 years. Yes, there they are, the salty dogs of teaching. And you too are pirates. Because honestly, teachers are pirates from day one. And here's how I think you are pirates. Instead of the real-life pirates who may plunder the 7 seas, you're more of a fictitious, fun-loving pirate. You have been hired by a company, i.e. a school district, right? They are going to give you a crew. We call this your list of students. And your job is to sail the 7 seas of education with this crew. And you are going to educate them about all things academic and then some. And along the way, you will stop at different ports. You will unload your crew at the art village, or maybe you unload at the gymnasium, or you bring them to the tunnels of computing, or maybe the shores of singing and music. And right now, you are doing what all pirates do. You are preparing your boat with hopefully enough supplies to last an entire school year / voyage on the 7 seas. You will make places for your crew inside of your boat where they can read, maybe in a nice beanbag or maybe some different style chairs. You are going to cover up the sun, your light bulbs, with stuff so it's easier to read a map. You will probably put timelines. Timelines will be drawn on the walls of your ship for things that have happened in the past. You will hang pictures with sayings of inspiration, and there will be places to showcase the best work that a pirate can do. There will never, ever be enough time, because all pirates know this, which is why you will always work around the clock before that big day. And that big day is coming soon. It's called Departure Day. It's the day when your crew arrives. And in the days leading up to the arrival of your crew, you are going to work around the clock to prepare your classroom, to get everything you need. And the pirates that I love at this moment the most, the ones who are the most nervous, who have the most anxiety, who may not sleep until their crew arrives. Yes, it's you, the first-year teachers, the ones who are about to go on the most incredible journey. First-year teachers, you guys are the Dread Pirate Roberts of your school. Yes, the fictional pirate from The Princess Bride. Because you are simply taking over somebody else's classroom, and in the first couple weeks, you are literally just taking over someone's name. People will refer to you in the hallways of, oh, yes, I know who you are. You're the new Mrs. Henderson. Nope, I know who you are. You're the new Mr. Zimmerman. Now, luckily, you don't keep that name for long, and you're going to make your own name out there. Because once you set sail and you lose sight of the shore, you are going to create your own name on the 7 C's of education and your own legacy. And you have something that none of the other teachers have. And this is a great quality and is something that you have got to hold on to forever. You have unbound enthusiasm for being a pirate. You might have a little bit of experience from student teaching, but now guess what? You're in the big leagues. You are so excited and so brave. You have a willingness to go blindly on a year's adventure, and this is a tremendous thing. It is this feeling of, I can do this. I can do this perfectly. When I give my instructions on how to hoist a sail, they are going to be flawless. And my crew is going to work together the moment I open my mouth. You are a fearless pirate, an enthusiastic pirate, and yet you have no idea what is about to happen. And this is great. Every lesson for you is new. Every student response is a new response. Every parent email is new. And you have enthusiasm and youthful vigor. And I think you should hold on to that. You should squeeze it. You should drink it. You should weave your enthusiasm into a blanket, because a day will come on your journey this year when you will need the help from the seas of education. And you will need help from the pirates who have been there before. And the people that will help you along your journey are going to be the veteran and what I like to call the salty dog teachers. These guys are truly the Captain Jack Sparrows of your building. How? They have experience in how to keep their crew safe. They know what it's like to travel. And because they've been around, you guys might even have a fondness for drinking. But more importantly, the veteran teachers and the salty dog teachers, you guys are the map keepers, the historians of your building, of the educational journey. When new ideas arise like the sun on horizon, you might be the first to say, "Arg, we tried that, but I'd be willing to try it again." You have experience of all kinds. You have experience with crews. You have experience in dealing with the boat company. You have experience that knows how the system works, who to talk to, who not to talk to, how to get things done. You even know when is the best time to use the copier, or maybe who brews the most delicious cup of coffee when you come into a port and you need a little pick-me-up. Despite all of your years at sea, you have a little bit of that first-year sailor in you. You feel youthful at the prospect of another journey. The smell of expo markers brings you back to the dock. And as the years have gone on, your face becomes that of a sailor. You have a weathered look. Your hair has turned gray. Crow's feet probably linger around your eyes. And maybe you say, do I really want to go for another year? Oh, it doesn't matter. And then you think to yourself, there's a crew that needs me. There's other teachers that need me. I have the skill of a captain, and I need to take these skills and help others. Once you have captained that boat for a day or a week or a semester, you now have a set of skills that is truly incredible. Because all teachers know, whether it's from K through 12, the classroom in many ways can be a hostile environment. Your crews may or may not want to listen to you. They may not even want to give you their attention. And you somehow will have the skill that does all this. You can get them to sit and listen and learn. Because what your crew doesn't know is that you are crafty. You are skilled in so much more than that college diploma. You know how to get their attention and make them sit and listen and encourage them to go and discover beyond the walls of your ship. You will show them how much fun it is to read or build a Rube Goldberg. You might even show them how to play an instrument or maybe the simple joy of tying their shoes. Because you work in an environment where the mood of your crew can change faster than the weather going around the Cape Horn. And there will be days when your students are thrilled for what you have planned or what the specials teacher has planned. And when all of this comes together, when the skies are blue and the waters are calm and everybody works together and it feels like the wind is at your back, you think to yourself, arg. Anyone could do what I do. It ain't that hard to be a pirate some days. And this is where you are wrong. There are few that can do what captains do as well as that you do, which is why we currently have a teacher shortage. There's that saying, red skies in the morning, teachers take warning. It is during the tempest when you truly will learn the art of your craft as being a pirate captain. This is where you become, as a teacher, who you were meant to be. When a student cries, you probably show compassion. When a student wants to jump overboard, you will most likely give them a reason to stay. When a student asks a question that has nothing to do with your class, but the question has everything to do with their growth and their development, I got a feeling you're going to give them an answer that is part Shakespeare sonnet, part Dr. Seuss, and part pirate wisdom. And when your crew overall struggles, you will help them navigate the waters that they are in. From the journey in the Gulf of the elementary seas to the oceans of middle schoolers, to the huge wide areas of adolescence, you know how to develop and guide the individual, and you also know how to develop and guide the entire crew, because you can do this. Because you are a great pirate captain who knows more than how to sail a boat, who knows more than their college diploma. And at the end of a day's journey, or a week, or a semester, you get to dock your boat. And you can share your experience with the other pirate captains and teachers. The safest harbor is when you and another captain relax at the back of the boat and you swap stories of your journeys. Or when all the captains gather in the hallway and they tell silly jokes about their crews and the things that they have done. These moments are the glue and the bonds that keep us together. And especially if you are fortunate enough to sail with a team or a pod of teachers, that shared experience will only strengthen your ability to be in the classroom, to be a pirate captain, to help others lead, and to deal with whatever walks across a plank and into your boat. And this will last for minutes, for hours, for decades. This bond of sharing and working together as pirate captains is part of a skill set that is going to set you apart. And what'll help set you apart is that you become different than the other teachers. You have your own style, your own way of engaging every crew that steps onto your boat. And that's why the classroom needs you. And along your journey, you are going to be the finder of many things. And what you don't know is as you take your cruise on this journey, you are planting treasure. But it's a strange kind of treasure. You know this. It's a treasure you cannot find because you're planting a treasure where there is no map to whatever you are digging and putting in the sand. And this can be a true challenge because you don't ever get to dig up the treasure you have planted. And there are going to be hard times. And sometimes you're going to be on that boat sailing all along, but with only the encouragement of the others that you had back in the hallway. And they will be there with you when the skies are darkest. And when things aren't going well, you will only have their words to encourage you. Because pirates, you guys are an easy target because we're always out to sea. You only get paid for the adventure of that school year. When you show up early or you leave late, you don't get paid more. When you grade at home or you create a new lesson or new ways to teach your crew, you don't get paid more. Should your building have great test scores or win an award, you don't really get a bonus. Because you know who gets bonuses? Arg, people, the landlubbers get a bonus. But the pirates, you bury treasure that you can never find and that no one ever gives you a map to. And because of this, there's going to be storms. And that's when you batten down the hatches and you will weather the storms of the parents, the tough students in the classroom that will challenge what you say, students that have no boundaries for even simple things. And of course, there is always the button pusher who every day they find a way to just, Then there's the unmotivated student, the non-academic. And all of this somehow will wear you down until you think, I cannot cast off one more time. I cannot be a captain of this boat. I cannot be a pirate. And it is at this moment you realize how hard it is to be a teacher and how the seas and the oceans and the gulfs of education somehow can wear you down, and the water will be cold and it will chill you to the bone, where you think you cannot move your body. But then you realize that you are the glue that runs and keeps your boat together. You are the wind in many of those student sails because your presence and your personality is going to resonate with the people in your boat. You are going to teach them through your actions, your words, your handouts, your gestures, your kindness and humor. And all of this will bury some treasure. And eventually, when you think you can teach no more, one of this buried treasure is going to come back and it is going to find you. And at the moment that it finds you, it will literally stop you in your tracks. It will melt all the cold off of you. It'll make you feel like a first-year teacher once again because you never saw it coming. It'll be an email from a student you had 10 years ago. It might even be the parent who stops you at Costco and tells you the difference you made in their child. It'll be the high school senior that simply comes back and says, your class inspired me too. Insert whatever it is. Or maybe it'll be a student that says, my dad has you as a teacher, and he said you were fun. And when the buried treasure shows itself, right, it is enough to make you just warm on the inside because the treasure you have been given now is better than any landlubber's bonus. It is the treasure that I made somebody a better person. I made somebody passionate. I gave somebody a skill that they are going to use for the rest of their life. And this feeling is so powerful that it'll make a first-year teacher come back again, and it'll make a salty dog teacher say, arg, I can do just one more. So teachers, paraprofessionals, go back, pack your boats, gather your crew. It is time to set sail again. And the only way for the treasure to get buried and discovered is for you to teach, is for you to load up your classroom with all of your supplies, cast off each morning, lose sight of the shore, journey to the seas of spelling, travel through the ocean of math, bathe in the waters of reading, get their attention, inspire them to learn, inspire them to work as a classroom, and return to the safe harbor at the end of every day with the one thing you didn't have when you left is a little more experience about how to be a teacher, how to be a pirate, how to be a captain. Now, Go forth with the enthusiasm of a first-year teacher and the experience of all your years. Fill up your bulletin boards. Unwrap those whiteboard markers. Hang a new poster. Turn on the lights. The world needs good pirate teachers, and the world needs you to be there. Enjoy being in the best playground in the world, your classroom. Thanks for being great pirates. Thanks for being great teachers. It is time to set sail and start your journey. Best of luck this year, and we will see each of you in the hallways.